Yeah, hello everybody. My name is Yene, and I'm really excited to be here with you on this wonderful program. And I want to say thank you to frayintermedia for bringing me on board. Really appreciate that. I feel honored to share this message with you. And today I'm going to be talking about, why it is important to raise resilient leaders. And so we've all seen 2020, the whole world turned upside down, and the word resilience, I think, have never been more used than in 2020. So when we talk about what is resilience, what does it mean? Oftentimes people say, or people think, oh, resilience is about bouncing back. Well, it's a little bit more than just bouncing back. It's really our capacity to recover and to heal, to adjust, and to stand up again after a misfortune, a challenge, or some kind of trial has come that has affected us. And so let's say you're going through life and something happens, you fall. If you just get up, it doesn't make you resilient. But the fact of getting up with intention, the fact of getting up with bringing the lessons that you've learned in the challenge, in going through the challenge, and in finally getting back on track, that's what's going to make us resilient. So it's really about, yes, getting up again, standing up again, getting back on track again, and bringing along the lessons that we have learned so that we can adapt and shape ourselves, evolve, so that we can be still the same person, but with one more layer of knowledge, one more layer of wisdom, one more layer of perspective, like a wider perspective. And so what happens is that when we become resilient, we become like, it's almost like imagining the rings of a tree. The more we go through life, the more we go through challenges, the more rings we're going to get, the more solid we're going to be. And so not to be stiff like a tree trunk, but keep that tree image and add to that flexibility and flow. So that's what really, I find that this is what resilience means for me. So why does it matter? And especially for people in leadership positions. Well, it matters because life is not a straight road. It's not like you get on a highway and you put your seatbelt on and off you go. It's not. Change is going to happen, and change is constantly going to happen. We have to come to terms with the fact that change is a constant. There's nothing we're going to do about that. Until the time we leave this world, we pass on, change is going to be part of our lives. But our capacity to recognize and come to terms with this is what makes us predisposed to accept whatever breakdown comes and be able to address it. So the more open we are and the more accepting we are that there will be ups and downs in life, well, this means that I have to always stay ready. I have to always be ready. I will plan for the best, but I will expect and make room for possible challenges. And it's this extra room that I kind of build into my mind, build into my heart, that's going to give me the space to maneuver whichever way I need to maneuver to get up again when I fall. And when I get up again, I get up a little wiser. I get up a little softer, a little bit more flexible. And this is going to make me even better equipped for the future challenges that I'm going to face. For example, somebody makes a compliment to you or sends you very deep, appreciation or compliments. I'm here, right? I get a compliment, get, whoa, super excited. Then next day I get negative feedback or I get criticized. Whoa, I go all the way down. So we're going to get compliments and criticisms and positive feedback and negative feedback all the time. And so if we're going to go up and down every time somebody says something, that's not going to be sustainable. What's important and what is also part of building resilience is that Take everything in stride. Take everything with humility and surrender, no matter what happens outside, no matter whether it's sunshine, storm, rain, wind, does not matter, because you remain mindful, you remain humble, you remain grounded, and you know that whatever opinion others have, it is their opinion and only their opinion. It doesn't matter. And we each are entitled to an opinion. So the only opinion that matters is what we think of ourselves, and to know that we're doing the best we can. If you can say to yourself, I'm doing the best I can, and genuinely, this is the best I can, that's going to help you stay here. And as you're doing the best you can, when you fall, when you fail, when you have setbacks, you're going to take that, you're going to be able to take that as an opportunity to say, what does this mean? What did I miss? What do I have to learn? What do I have to adjust? And so now you become open to learning, you become open to growing. And by default, you start becoming more resilient. You don't take it as a pity party on yourself. You don't take it as, beating yourself down. No, I've done my best. You're here. I've done my best. So no matter something good or bad happens, I stay stable, and the answer is thank you. And the answer is I keep going, I keep moving. Thank you. That's what I can say about why resilience matters, because when big changes happen, when small changes happen, when even daily compliments or criticisms happen, it's our inner attitude that makes us resilient. Now, to the question of how does one build resilience, actually, you don't just wake up one morning and you're resilient. And for me, if I had to put it in 5 points, it's one is to live in the moment, but to keep in mind the long term. So there's a tension between the moment and the long term. And as you have your eyes on the long term, your eyes on the horizon, you're living every day very present, very mindful. And no matter if you lose your way, if you fall, because your eyes are on the horizon, you're going to be able to get up and get back on track in the right direction. The fact that you keep your eyes on the horizon is going to be your GPS to stay on track. And staying on track is going to help you be always prepared of, even if you were to fail, even if you made a mistake, you can get back on track. The second thing is, like I said earlier, plan for the best, but expect breakdowns. So be ready. You plan for the best, you do your best, and you make room for in case a breakdown happens. And when you do this, you have room to maneuver. There's not much disappointment. You gave that 5%, 10% space for in case there's a setback, in case something falls through. The third thing is, I also mentioned it earlier, is shift your perspective about what do trials and tribulations and challenges and breakdowns mean. Let's take challenges that we encounter and trials and difficulties as an opportunity to be guided. The fourth is make time for reflection, make time for quiet time just for you. So sometimes once in a while, get out of the big river of life or the big highway to just sit quietly for your thoughts to be processed. If you have time and if you're willing, I would really highly recommend starting a meditation practice, learning about mindfulness, because when you have time to reflect, when you practice meditation, when you become mindful in your life, you're actually expanding your I guess, your territory of operation and your territory of action. It's symbolically, it becomes bigger. So you have more room to operate and you're not tight. So if anything happens, you can quickly get up, you can quickly stand up again. But if you're all tight and constrained and you don't have room to operate and it's all very tight, then it's difficult. It's difficult to change, you see. So the fourth is make time for reflection, make time for meditation if you can. There's a lot of meditations that you can find on YouTube, and start them, be mindful in your life. And the last and the fifth, as far as building resilience, is be kind to yourself. Be kind to yourself and be kind to others. Be forgiving, have a soft heart, because everybody, every single person, believe me, has their own challenges, has their own burden that they're carrying, even if we don't know it. And so as we face our challenges or as we make mistakes, remember, you're not the only one. Everybody's doing that too. You just don't know about it. And even if you encounter somebody who messed up or who caused you harm, maybe step back and say, okay, let's give it the benefit of the doubt. Let me just be kind to myself and be kind to this person as well. By this, I don't mean, this is not being foolish. So it's a choice to be kind, a choice to be gentle with yourself and gentle with others, because you can achieve much more and you can go much further with gentleness and kindness than you can without. So if you can remember 5 things about building your resilience is live in the moment, keep the long-term perspective in mind, and allow that long-term perspective to guide your steps in the day. Second, prepare for the best, but expect breakdown. So be ready and do your best. Do your best. But have room for in case something happens. The third is to shift your perspectives. Challenges and difficulties are not always bad. It depends how we see it. See it as an opportunity to grow. The fourth is making time for reflection and practicing mindfulness. The fifth is being kind to yourself and being kind to yourself and to others. So these are maybe 5 points you can easily remember about building resilience. And lastly, about how do we raise resilient leaders. And this goes right into my work. In September, I launched the ELF program. It's Everyonesworld Leadership Foundation program for young women. And it's exactly that, it's about taking time out. We have about a 3 months program, taking time out to be quiet, taking time out to have conversations, taking time out to explore, taking time out to understand ourselves so that we can understand others. And in that way, we can be a contributing member for the world. So I hope you've enjoyed this. We can talk about resilience for a whole year and we still have another year to talk about it. But yeah, I hope this was resonated with you. Thank you.